Hello, my name is Clarissa Walker, and I'm the instructor for Writing 235. That's Writing in Electronic Environments. And this is a walkthrough of the syllabus. I want to be sure that I highlight things that I don't want you to miss, but most importantly, because it's a self-paced course sometimes, although there are weekly requirements and weekly deadlines, I want you to be able to anticipate weeks that'll require a little bit more of your time. So let's go. This is the syllabus. It is attached to this email. The email address is here. I have a URI email address, but I prefer this one because it's not cluttered and is exclusively created for students, and I can respond to you pretty quickly. This is the course description, and of course, the most important piece of this is talking to you really about the three things that you will do. There's really only three activities for the entire semester. One is research writing, which you're very familiar with. Two, discussions in the forums on Sakai. And three, which is the only thing that's a little bit different, is this is a creative space, a creating space. I call it a digital maker space. You are actually making things. So in this experience and journey together, you will do three things only. One, do research writing. Two, discussion. And three, you're making things, which I think is the most important part of the whole course. Also important, the entire journey, all of the assignments, everything we do pretty much pours into the final. And the final project is a Born Digital Narrative project. The final project for this course is a Born Digital Narrative project. And this is really something that students like because it means that you're kind of working on your final the whole semester. So it's a scaffolding. The assignments are scaffolded, and there's a culminating experience that you're working toward the whole time. At this point, I'd like to point out to you, it says, most importantly, there are technology tools that you will need to test, play with, and figure out. Therefore, procrastination undermines even the strongest students in the course. This form of academic play is an expected part of electronic environments courses. It's very true that very, very talented students who don't plan to work with technology tools and give themselves time can get very frustrated. I want you to anticipate, if you are not familiar with tools like screencast. Screencast is actually what I'm doing right now as I'm walking you through this. I've created a screencast. If you're not accustomed to vlogging, if you're not accustomed to using other technologies like WordPress, sometimes people are a little bit tentative about WordPress. Give yourself a little bit more time. It's not something you can't handle, and it's not something you can't enjoy. It's just something you want to be sure that you give yourself time to do. These are course objectives. You can look through those on your own time. They're pretty straightforward. I want to move on to the course requirements. So I say that here, it's kind of a joke, but not really. It says part of the challenge will be pressing through the tech challenges, re-recording. There may be some swearing, some screaming, but hopefully no tears, and that's a joke. But the point is that you really want to give yourself time to familiarize yourself with technology that may be unknown to you. So I've said it 3 times. That means I really want you to think about that. Part of this whole experience in this digital maker space is for you to experiment with with technology tools that may be frustrating to you if you feel like you're under the gun. Don't let yourself be under the gun. Give yourself time. So let's look at the course requirements. There are very few. So the Born Digital Narrative proposal. So as I mentioned to you before, Born Digital Narrative is the final exam or final project, however you want to say it, for this course. So of course you need a proposal to get approved. The great news is you pick the topic. The topic is all yours, and it's whatever you're interested in, but you have to present it in the form of a proposal so that we make sure together, you and I, that your idea fits the design of the course and the objectives of the course. But the good news, as I said before, is that it's a topic that you select. The next portion is the next assignment that we're going to talk about is a research essay. Now, the research essay is pretty much the most traditional piece of the course design. It's basically an investigation on your topic in books, journal articles, documentaries, TED Talks, a total of 10 to 12 resources as you write and compose 1,000 to 1,200 word essay. That's pretty, it would be great if it were 100, right? 1,000 to 1,200 word essay. It's the only research essay that you will write in the course. And this writing will contextualize the bigger final that you have. You'll be using this writing in your final. As I said before, all of this writing, all of this work will pour into your final, almost like a portfolio would, a cumulative portfolio. So this means that it's a narrative, so it's going to be written in first person. And because it's MLA style, you will be doing in-text citations, and you will also be doing a works cited page in check with Purdue OWL and a 200 level course. I'm not going to go too much into MLA because I'm expecting that you already know that. Citizenship is the Sakai Forum assignments. This is just the discussions, the Sakai throughout, and we're going to look at the course calendar in a moment, but throughout the semester you will have Sakai discussions, and the total is 25 points for those. The final project I've mentioned before, we'll get into that. The Writing Center, you can read all about that. Here, I want to bring to your attention the reading materials and videos required to complete the assignments in this course are provided, with the exception of one, and that's the Kahindi-Wiley, an Economy of Grace. That must be purchased or rented. You can click here or go to a different source and basically rent it for $3. So this course will cost you $3 in course materials. If you want to purchase the video, it's awesome. And a lot of people end up purchasing it. That's up to you. You don't have to. In the way that many courses require you to buy all these books, I'm not asking you to buy anything. I think that renting it is sufficient. The rest is up to you. We use free technology tools. Here's a list. You can go through that list on your own. And that's just going over again that the topic for the final is chosen by you. So week 1, you already know this is the course calendar. You've already done that. I can't wait to read them. They are due on Monday, and every week you will see that there is an assignment that is due on Monday. There is, when you have a forum assignment, there's also a response to your 3 classmates, to 3 of your classmates due the following Wednesday. So Monday is your post. Then by Wednesday, you need to respond to 3 of your classmates. That's pretty standard if you've ever had an online course. The forum is an engagement and discussion area, and it's run by students. Sometimes I can't help myself and I do weigh in, but for the most part, I try to refrain, but I am always watching, and I read every Friday all of your forum posts. So I'm going to let you take some time and read all of the weeks, but all of the weeks are provided from day 1 to the last day of class here in the syllabus. And when you click on these links, you will be able to access whatever video or whatever reading assignment that's needed for the completion of that week's work. Here again, we have Monday, Wednesday. It's pretty consistent in that way. Born Digital narrative proposal. We talked about that before. The fact that you choose your topic and then tell us in a very specific way what you plan to do with the topic that you're proposing. And all of that is self-explanatory. Here again, in the assignment, it's only Monday. That's a deadline because, of course, the assignments are not in the forum and therefore do not need your feedback. Only I will see the assignments. Only your instructor sees the assignments. So here's something I wanted to point out to you. There are 2 entries in the syllabus that has 2 weeks. You're provided with 2 weeks with the assignments that I feel are better quality if you have more time. Please use that time because I'm trusting that you're using that time. Please don't play me. And I give you 2 weeks and you start the assignment on the last 2 days because the quality is, I have an expectation with regard to the quality of assignments that I give you 2 weeks to do. So here is that research essay, that one research essay that you have for the entire semester. It's 1,000 to 1,200 words, as we talked about before. It's all pretty self-explanatory. I'm really excited about the fact that it pushes you to look at some URI databases that you probably already know about, but maybe you don't. So they're all here and you can access them through the library online. And I'm encouraging you to do that to the point where it's kind of the expectation and a requirement here, and it's laid out for you. One thing I want to be sure that you note is that your thesis statement, when you decide what that is in the writing process, must be in bold letters, because if you don't know where it is, I'm certainly not going to be able to find it. So your thesis statement or claim in this research essay must be made very clear to me. Here's that week 7, which is where you rent or purchase the one purchase for the course, which is the Kahindi Wiley, An Economy of Grace. It's an awesome, awesome video. I think you'll really enjoy it. I can't wait to see what your comments are. We're already at spring break, guys. We're already at spring break. So I give you a link here to rent it on Amazon. It's about $3 everywhere. So wherever you choose to rent it is fine. So there's spring break. We come back and then you start to create. So you're creating here. You're creating a vlog or screencast. The screencast, as I mentioned to you before, is what I'm currently doing. I'm walking you through your syllabus using screencast technology. The vlog is basically the talk show type speaking, and I make it clear here, usually students who don't like their faces to be on camera choose screencast, which is what I'm doing, and then people who don't mind being seen prefer vlogs because they feel like they're kind of like talk show hosts anyway, and it's very laid out here what you talk about. It's very specific to your topic or theme, and the instructions are here for you, and you can take a look at those on your own. You will post this in the forum. You post this in the forum, and the reason is because it's important that we see each other's work. It doesn't take anything away from you to show your classmates and have them discuss it, because the forum is timed, stamped, and it's clear who posted what, where, whose work is where. So it's good to share it. It's good to have someone to give you feedback, and it's good to see what other people are doing so we can learn from each other. And the components of your final will be posted in the forum as a part of the discussion so we can talk to each other about our process. Here again, you're looking at stock images and a photo album, video curation, self-explanatory. Prepare yourself to do a subject interview. You will interview a person, anybody that you think it's preferred, a person in live. You can do it by Skype if you need to, something like Zoom or Skype if it's someone who's far away, but preferably in person because it seems to be easier for students. But all of that, I can only give you so much guidance because it all depends on your topic. And I'm not giving you a topic, I'm letting you choose your own topic. So you will, in your proposal, list people that you think would be helpful and that would move your research journey forward if you were to interview them. So you will have kind of subjects also as a part of the proposal, people that you may want to interview and why they qualify. So these are production weeks. Notice it says weeks 11 and 12. I'm giving you 2 weeks to put it all together. The writing, the works cited page, the introduction to your WordPress site. You're putting it all together on a WordPress site. There's a conclusion, there's your interview, your vlog or your screencast, all the things we've been working hard on, plus a few more, right? Because you're adding a couple of things too, and putting it all together in 2 weeks. I remind you that when you post your WordPress URL, you must set it to public, because otherwise your classmates can't see it, your teacher can't see it, you can't get a grade. So be sure that you post it to public. Again, make sure you have your mind calibrated to this place of, I'm playing with these technology tools. I'm going to have to feel my way around sometimes, or I'm going to have to Google some things to make sure I learn how they work. And finally, after you get a little bit of feedback here in the forum, you post your URL in the forum of your final project draft. Get some feedback from classmates. And then in assignments, you post the one that will be graded. If you want to change some things, if you want to edit some things based on what you've seen, based on what people have told you, that's totally up to you. But the final version of it is due April 29th. Again, April 29th is when the final project, the Boring Digital narrative that you've created all semester, is due in assignments on Sakai, April 29th. And of course, the last day of courses at University of Rhode Island is on April 30th. So when you go into finals, you will have done all of the required work for this course. So that is the wrap up. That is the overview of the syllabus. You'll be hearing much more from me. Again, I welcome you to the course. My name is Clarissa Walker, and I am the instructor for Writing 235.